Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but you're reading the title, Day-to-Day Analysis on the Price of Kaspa. So let's get right into it. If we're looking at the overall market, we know what's been happening, especially if you've been focusing on a day-to-day basis. I'm sure you guys know what exactly is happening as far as the broader market is concerned. But Saturday was a great day for the overall market, especially to the people that were accumulating the bloodbath. As you guys know, there's a famous saying, be greedy while others are fearful, be fearful while others are greedy. The ones that were being greedy, during massive red across the board, massive fear, are the ones that are up 20, 30, even 40%, for some coins, in just 24 to 48 hours, which is absolutely insane. So if you made that type of gain, if you're locking in profits, don't give yourself a hard time, pat yourself on the back, because at the end of the day, we're here to make profit, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But looking at the broader market, obviously a lot of green across the board. Kaspa up 0.6%, and it has done exactly what I spoke to you guys about literally in yesterday's update. But let's take a closer look and see what is happening. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking at the price of Kaspa, 16.76 cents, up 1% over the past 24 hours in USD comparative. It's down about 0.1% in Bitcoin comparative. But the craziest thing right now is Kaspa once again finding itself back above $4 billion. You really need to put this into perspective right now. You really need to realize how bullish this is, because the broader market is still recovering, to get back to maybe just 2 to 3 weeks, price point, which was probably still nowhere near yearly highs. But what you're finding Kaspa sitting at is pretty much almost at all-time highs. And again, this speaks for itself. And if you did watch my video, I did mention that, Kaspa, once you do see a little bit of bullish uptick in Bitcoin's price, you will see Kaspa reacting real quick and bouncing back very quickly. And that's exactly what we saw happening as Saturday started. But anyhow, if you're looking at the trading volume, still about $60 million. Yes, we don't have Binance as of now. I know the frustration within the community, and I still don't get it, honestly. It's still very alarming at this point. I wouldn't use alarming. It's very strange to see that all these big exchanges that haven't come out and listed Kaspa on their platforms, because again, it's one of the most talked about projects, and one of the most hyped projects that a lot of people are anticipating a lot of good things to happen for. And so far it's proving itself for that. Of course, smart contracts haven't launched, but I think that's where the game changer part really goes. And once you see apps developing, and that's where the fun begins. But obviously one step at a time. But they have a lot of developments coming out for itself. Maybe there is an exchange that's about to pick up, who knows? Obviously time is going to tell, but you can see this for yourself. 2 days ago I asked you guys, the viewers, so it says massive bloodbath across the board, what coins are you buying right now? And you can see this for yourself. Solana came at the top, and Solana did dip quite a bit, and Kaspa at 24%. So the second most voted out of the 1,800 votes is Kaspa. And of course, it's not coming as a surprise to me. Let's face it, it has a lot of hype factor around it right now. But let's talk about the price right now and see what exactly we're noticing, what kind of trend we're noticing, and based off of that, where we could see the price of Kaspa going. So looking at the dominance index, dominance index just a few hours ago was actually lower compared to where it's at right now. We're about 55% right now. But again, this should make complete sense, because we did see since then, as I've mentioned a few hours ago, we were seeing the dominance sitting lower than 55%. But since then, Bitcoin actually did get rejected at the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. And again, we're on the weekends. Weekends do tend to have more manipulation due to CME futures being closed, and you're finding Bitcoin sitting below the 23.6 zone right now. But we're going to take it one step at a time. I still think we're not out of the woods yet. I mentioned that in the Pepe update earlier. In order for me to get that confirmation, I treat everything with confirmation. I don't listen to other people. I have my own ways to analyze the charts, and with all due respect, I have my own strategies. So in order for me to get excited once again, I do need to see the price of Bitcoin making its way back above 60 $5,000. That's where I think, hey, you know what? We can start having the conversation right now. But until we're not back in the 23.6, we don't see a few day closes in the 23.6, especially back above the psychological price point at 60K. You know, it can still happen that we do retest $53,000 once again. But with that said, let's take a look at what's happening with Kaspa. So of course, this right here is the daily, chart for the price of Kaspa. And I'm sure if you are not even trained to read charts, anyone that can look at this chart can tell, hey, you know what, this chart is not looking as bad as you might think. So if we were to zoom in right now, this is where the excitement comes into play. So sharp drops, nonetheless. Again, Bitcoin correlation can be confirmed right here. Bitcoin dropped, so did Kaspa. Kaspa dropped 26.26%. But okay, at the end of the day, what I want you guys to realize is everything is going to drop no matter how much momentum it is. If Bitcoin sees sharp drops, everything is going to react to it in the moment. But some coins do tend to get bought back up much quicker, and that is where you can distinguish the ones that have a lot of momentum on their side and the ones that don't. That speaks for itself, and you're seeing Kaspa continuously show us that over the course of the last few months. If you've been noticing the overall trend, it does get manipulated quite easily because let's go back to what I've said. It has low volume, a $4 billion market cap, and not listed on all the major exchanges. Very, very easy to manipulate by a few whales, and that does happen, believe it or not, for altcoins. But I'm really, really impressed the way it is able to bounce back into the 0.50 fib zone. Let's take a closer look on the hourly time frame and really understand what's going on. So you can see this for yourself. Kaspa made a massive, massive recovery. Exactly what we spoke about actually did end up happening. We saw Kaspa retesting 14.6 cents, literally right on dot. I'm sure you guys watched that update when I mentioned that. I was speaking about this specific retest, and that actually did end up happening. And you can see this for yourself. If you dollar cost averaging around here, you did see Kaspa go up 20%. And we are pretty much back to almost where it left off prior to this massive pullback. So you're starting to see Kaspa obviously made its way back into the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, saw a rejection, but we did see Bitcoin also see a rejection. We need to keep that factor in mind. But guys, this right here speaks for itself. This is all I need to kind of give me that confidence in terms of analyzing the price of Kaspa. If Bitcoin even stabilizes around this range, doesn't see quite huge volatile moves, I could see Kaspa making its way back into the 17.8 cents to even potentially re-entering the 18 cents price point into the 23.6 fib zone. So far so good. Really, really liking what we're seeing here. Do let me know down below what your personal thoughts are. But love it. Love seeing this. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of these Kaspa updates, you guys know what to do. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Been Crypto ZX, and peace out.